MDM Publishing Ltd are based in the UK, in the county of Somerset in the small market town of Yeovil. The company originated from offices behind a pub, prior to moving to the prestigious Abbey Manor Business Centre. The company are now housed in a purpose-built office which houses the whole of the company operation.
Hi, I'm Dave Staddon. I'm co-founder and co-owner of MDM Publishing, which I started along with my business partner Mark Seaton in the year 2000. So we're now 16 years on, and we now have 4 print magazines and 6 websites. We launched our very first magazine, International Fire Protection, better known as IFP, in the year 2000. The company was then only made up of Mark Seaton and myself. We then progressed on to launch our second magazine, which was Asia Pacific Fire, which Mark Seaton then became the lead salesperson. I stayed looking after international fire protection at that time. Latterly, we then introduced Mark Bathard to the company, who is now our Chief Sales Manager, and he is the lead salesperson on our third magazine, International Firefighter. Finally, in year 2016, we've now launched Gulf Fire magazine, and that is a collective effort on a sales front from myself, Mark Seaton and Mark Bathard. We've also obviously introduced over that time editorial staff who support us on those magazines. Online, we have a digital presence and an online website for each of our print magazines: International Fire Protection, Asia Pacific Fire, International Firefighter and Gulf Fire magazine. All of those websites host the latest news items from around the globe. They also host articles from the magazine, video, advertising, product profiles and company profiles. We've also launched alongside these websites a new global fire event site where event organisers can promote their events for the fire industry around the world. And we also have the Global Fire Directory, which is a directory of resources for the fire sector, where you can advertise and place information about your company and your distributors globally.
Hi, I'm Mark Seaton. I am co-founder and director of MDM Publishing. International Fire Protection and International Firefighter magazines are published quarterly in March, June, September and December, and Asia Pacific Fire and Gulf Fire are published quarterly as well in April, July, October and January.
Hi, I'm Mark Bathard. I'm the International Sales Manager for MDM Publishing. Basically, I cover all 4 titles of MDM, which includes International Firefighter, Gulf Fire, Asia Pacific Fire and International Fire Protection. Advertisers use our magazine especially against particular stories that might be relevant to their core business. So each and every quarter we publish an editorial feature for that issue and then email it out to prospective clients and then follow it up some weeks later and to see if they want to support any editorial they might supply with an advertisement in the magazine as well. We also go to various trade shows around the world as well, which also attracts companies wishing to advertise because they might be an exhibitor at the show. So they want to support their presence there with an advertisement in the magazine.
Gulf Fire was launched at Intersec in Dubai, following 18 months of market research, which clearly indicated that the industry welcomed a new, fresh publication specifically designed for the fire sector.
The editor of MDM's new magazine for the Gulf states called Gulf Fire. Gulf Fire was looked at as a new prospect for MDM to make a fourth magazine in their stable to go with the other three, to produce a clutch of really global fire magazines dealing with fire safety, firefighting and rescue, and all the general fire industry material that goes with it. This was planned in the summer of 2015 with a view to launching the new magazine, the first edition, at the Intersect show in Dubai in January 2016. My role as consultant editor was to pull together and commission about 10 to 12 expert editorials from a wide range of expert authors from not just the Middle East and the Gulf region, but from the international field. My role was to secure those, to discuss the content of those and the topics, and to determine those topics with the various contributors, to ensure that those proof and draft copies came in to me well before the copy date of the magazine, which was going to press in December 2015 in readiness for the launch in Dubai the following January. That involves quite a lot of work from my point of view, liaising with expert contributors who are very busy people in their own right and not always easy to get to, but that is the particular contribution I bring to the magazine, as well as a number of news items feeding into our regular website about events going on in the Gulf states and the Middle East across all the sectors that we reach in terms of fire safety and fire protection. The launch of the magazine in Dubai in January, mid-January, was very successful. The print copies were delivered in early January and mailed out to the fire show in Dubai, which is one of the largest gatherings of the fire industry internationally, anywhere in the world. It's a growing show that's been going for some 15 years. And the response to the magazine was very, very successful. We're now already at work on the April edition and the other editions that will appear on a quarterly basis this year, and we very much hope we've got a very, very successful publication on our hands.
MDM's modern facility in Yeovil provides a home for the whole UK-based team. The website and graphic design team have their own space, whilst the advertising editorial team work closely in adjacent offices.
I'm Neil Spinney and I'm the IT and website manager.
Our dedicated website manager is responsible for all 7 MDM sites and ensures that the latest news and editorial features are uploaded to the relevant sites regularly to be of use to our customers and site visitors.
Hi, I'm Richard Parsons. I'm the graphic designer for MDM Publishing.
MDM design and print all our publications in the UK. Our senior design manager takes submitted editorial features, profiles and news and produces the finished publications, which are approved with authors prior to publication.
Working with MDM Publishing has always been an easy choice for TFT, primarily because of the circulation, content, staff, and advertising that MDM offers. In terms of circulation, we found that all of MDM's publications, IFF, APF, and IPF, have a far reach geographically, and they also have a very large number of readers for the types of publications that they are. We see those publications very often inside of key facilities when we are making customer visits and sales visits. In terms of content, the editorials we find are very informative, they're very relevant, they are written from the points of well-versed professionals who are generally very important or relevant in the industry, and that's a big help for us. The ads inside of the content tend to be from other industry leaders and peers like TFT. We found that the MDM staff are very easy to work with, are engaged in their work, engaged in the industry. They're very knowledgeable in the industry, and they can talk intelligently about the things that shape our industry and the things that are going on. So it's not, we never feel that they're only trying to sell advertising space or anything like that. From the advertising standpoint, we've always found that MDM's advertising has been very flexible, it's very relevant, and it's interesting not only to our readers, but to everyone in-house here at TFT. So from both sides of the table, we find their advertising content is relevant. Gulffire was an easy choice for TFT because, like MDM, we felt that there was an additional need in the Middle East for another publication. The important positives that we find in working with MDM Publishing led us to believe that really having another publication inside of the Gulf region would be best served by MDM staff. The amount of very important business, very important industry initiatives that are taking place, things that shape our industry, the unique challenges, the sheer amount of industrial and the combination of municipal business that's there inside the Middle East makes it a key destination for anyone within our industry. So yes, Gulffire was a very easy choice for TFT, and even in the early stages when MDM mentioned that they may come out with this new publication, we were immediate supporters.
Here at MDM, we like to run a two-way street, so if you have any editorial, case studies, product information relating to the fire industry that you would like us to run in either our websites or our magazines, please send it through to us.